Do you still fast at all?
Yeah, I do. I started 20 years ago at the spa. The spa was just getting started. We had 500 cups. And I do it once a year now.
Once a year?
Yeah, and I was just amazed the first time. I looked the same as I do now. And I thought, well, I don't really need it. But Guy Hopkins, the owner, was a nice guy, and he was cheap, and so I did it. And after the fourth day, kilos and kilos of this hard garbage came out that had been sitting in there for years.
Yeah.
Just incredible.
It is incredible to see that stuff coming out. So when you do a fast this year, what kind of fast do you do? Do you do that one over there, or do you do a juice fast at home or water fast?
I do it now at home. Start with water and then maybe orange juice. And after the third day, the body switches into cleansing, and then it's I do 1 more week, 8 days, 8, 9 days in all.
And do you have juice during that time, or
only water?
Only water or juice. Okay. And is it only orange juice that you drink, or different types of juice?
Orange juice is good because you can make it fresh every day.
Exactly.
It's not the stuff in the cartons that is already heated.
That's right.
Dead.
So what do you think, does that fasting program work for you? Do you think it's the best for you?
Fantastic,
yeah.
And I think I live 10 years longer just because of this.
I'm sure. And when you look at the younger raw foodists today, you know, because there's a lot of people who are really young getting into this movement. From your experience, I mean, this is someone with more than 20 years experience doing fasting, natural hygiene, raw food, all of this stuff. What advice do you have for the younger raw foodists today?
Yeah, I took some notes.
This is where we can learn.
When I was living in Mexico, I met a Canadian, a nice guy, about 30, and he had all the diseases of civilization.
All the diseases of civilization, I like that.
From diabetes to obesity, heart disease, kidney disease, liver disease, and he was really there. But he was a nice guy. I thought I would save his life. So I told him about all this and about what he could do and my diet, etc. And then I thought I had convinced him. And he was silent for a moment. Well, who wants to eat like a rabbit? I want to enjoy life.
Yeah.
That was his reaction. And this is how most people think.
Yeah, they think that enjoying life means having disease and surgeries and being on medication. And to me, that's not really enjoying life.
Yeah.
I think being healthy is the best enjoyment you can have.
Yeah.
A lot of people who might watch this would be more the natural hygienists, because I think anyone who follows natural hygiene would be very, very interested to see someone who's met T.C. Fry and was back in that movement in Mexico. And I just want to ask, do you believe in natural hygiene as a theory?
Yeah, this is the American movement that is maybe 150 years old already. And many doctors in America, they borrowed some of the wisdom of European healers, which were then forgotten in Europe. In that way, it's very good. But in the meantime, we have so many other people, experts doing this in English, like Victoria Butenko.
Yes.
She is also radical in a way, in a different way.
So, and do you still eat a mainly fruit diet now, or what's your daily sort of diet like now?
Yeah,
I know he told me he had a green smoothie this morning before he came over.
Yeah, that's so easy. I have a fruit salad in the morning. No, the first thing is orange juice I make myself. And then a fruit salad, mango, banana, for berries. And then for lunch I have maybe a green salad. And I would say I eat 80% raw.
80% raw.
Yeah. Maybe it would be better to look like that.
Well, I mean, you're still here and you're disease-free and you're healthy.
Yeah.
So, you know, this is also something important to realize, because personally what I think one of the mistakes the younger people do is they try to force themselves to be 100%. So they don't want to use 1 grain of salt, and they don't want to, you know, some people don't want any sprouts, and, you know, they get so locked into a box of dogma, and then they can't keep it up. So, and I've coached a lot of them, and then what they do is they go and binge on pizza and ice cream because, you know, they didn't let themselves have 1 little grain of salt. And I think if you want to have goals for yourself, it's okay to work to that. But also if you want to be human, and even Gabriel Cousins, he says if you're eating 80% raw food diet, you'll get the same results as eating a 100% raw food diet. It will just take you a little bit longer. And I think that's a very good point to remember, that, you know, even 80% is an excellent achievement, you know, and you're living proof to show us that it's working for you.
And the pH balance, the acid-alkaline balance, is the most important thing in a way, because a doctor in 1931 got the Nobel Prize for saying that in a balanced body that is not over acid, which most people are, you cannot get cancer or arthritis. You got the Nobel Prize for it. And today, when you go to the doctor, for a checkup, he checks your blood and your urine and your heartbeat and everything. And then if you say, how about my pH balance? He says, what? Never heard of it. They don't learn this. They don't learn this.
I know.
In medical school, because there's no money in it.
I know.
Because just by eating raw, you have automatically the perfect balance.
The alkaline pH.
Yeah. You don't have to check yourself with a paper, litmus paper every day.
It's very true.
Nothing. It's automatic.
It's very true. It's very true. And I know that another big thing that's important to you is water.
Yeah.
I know a few years ago he was calling me up and say, hey Jennifer, where can I get distilled water? I said, Chris, you can't get it here. And then he said, hey Jennifer, where can I buy a water distiller? I said, Chris, you can't get it here.
Yeah.
Then he calls me up, hey Jennifer, I made my own water distiller. In case you want to know how to make one, give me a call. I said, what? This is someone who has determination, like no barriers for him. So, and I know you gave me a book about water, and you're really... by Norman Walker, yeah, and it's a fascinating book about the importance of distilled water. So, and I just want to ask you about it. Why do you think distilled water is so important, and why do you think people are failing with other types of water?
Yeah, in the old days, people would drink mostly, well, they wouldn't drink too much, but they would drink mostly rainwater, surface water, rainwater that collected in ponds and small creeks. And the air was not polluted with all that stuff. So nowadays, if you collect rainwater, it's full of pollutants from the air, like factories and everything. And so now, even the tap water is polluted.
Even the tap water is polluted. I agree with you.
And in America, millions of households now have little water distillers in the kitchen.
Yes.
Maybe 2 gallons a day, which is enough. And Norman Walker, who himself was working in his garden when he was 116 years old.
116.
He says, fooling around with his bottled water in the supermarkets, it's all full of minerals that
calcify.
Inorganic.
Yeah.
The body cannot use it.
Yeah.
It just clogs up everything.
Exactly. So the theory is that the bottled water has too much calcification, minerals that can calcify the body and harden the arteries. And the theory is that distilled water is clean and pure and will actually pick up that calcification and allow the body to release it. So since you've been using your own distilled water, do you feel a difference?
It's hard to say. I mean, I do so many things.
Yeah.
But anyway, I don't use too much water anyway. Because most of the food is 90% water.
Yeah, when you're eating raw food, you don't need to drink a lot of water. That's the best water, is the water in the fruits. Yeah. So it's all interesting stuff. I mean, I think you're a fascinating guy, Chris. I have a lot of respect for you.
And I want to mention that you opened a new chapter in my life when you gave me these CDs and books of Victorian Temple.
Ah, okay.
Because the green smoothies, they are very good for the eyes.
Yes.
And they contain lutein and all these things.
Yeah.
And I think my eyes have improved since then.
Wonderful. Yeah, I mean, here, now more people are moving to this area, but 5 years ago there weren't so many people around. It's still not so many people. So, the nice thing is, when you meet someone who's into this, it's like, oh, do you have any books? Yeah, let's trade books, So Chris is always coming by and saying, can I borrow some more of your books? So we were, exchanging books for a while, and it's nice to see what other people are reading, because it helps you to learn more things. So I've also learned a lot from you, and I encourage anyone who's coming here to Koh Samui to try to meet Chris. You can contact me through my website, healthybliss.net, and I'll try to connect you to Chris, because he really is an encyclopedia of information. He's written a lot of books. The Eye book is only one of them. He also wrote a book on meditation. And normally he's got a website, but it's down at the moment. So it's got some gremlins in it. But if you go onto Google or onto Yahoo and you search under Chris Markert, you can find his books, or you can also contact me and I'll connect you to him to try to get his books. And I really do recommend that you check them out, because I really believe in a lot of the old school wisdom, and I think that that's where our teachers are. And if we can follow people who have had success, then we're much more likely to have success ourselves. We don't have to reinvent the wheel all the time. And I think that's the beauty of sharing from different generations to the next. So thanks for your time, Chris. Yeah, very, very nice to talk with you this morning.
Yeah, and you made such a difference in my life too.
Thank you. That's very nice. All right, guys, so check out more information on healthybliss.net, or contact me directly to get in touch with Chris Markert. Thanks a lot, Chris. See you guys.